Hey, Skull Vikings family. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Imagine this. A die-hard mom from a Minnesota dairy farm, who's braved blizzards, built a legacy of fandom with her kids, and gives back like a true Viking queen, just got blindsided in the best way possible. With Super Bowl tickets and the title of 2025 Fan of the Year. That's right. In today's Vikings news update, we're diving into the heartwarming surprise of Leanne Adkins, the ultimate Purple People Eater fan who's got us all fired up. Stick with me, because this story's got more twists than a Sam Darnold scramble. Let's roar into it. Picture those golden Sunday mornings on the Adkins family dairy farm in Pease, Minnesota, back when Leanne was just a kid with milk pails and big dreams. Church bells fading into the roar of the TV as she and her dad hunkered down to watch the Purple People Eaters. Guys like Alan Page and Carl Eller, sack quarterbacks left and right, while Fran Tarkenton slung passes like lightning bolts across the field. Those weren't just games. They were family rituals, etching purple pride deep into her soul, turning every touchdown into a reason to cheer louder than a cow at feeding time. Leanne soaked it all up, her eyes wide as the Vikings dominated the league in the 70s, building a love for the team that no amount of farm chores could shake. Fast forward decades, and that fire hasn't dimmed. It's blazed brighter, passed down like a sacred horn to her three kids, daughters Jenica and Tessa, and son Josh. Leanne made sure Sundays stayed super, turning Vikings watch parties into epic bonding sessions, complete with purple jerseys and high fives after every big play. Even as life pulled her daughters out of state, the family's Viking spirit stayed unbreakable, with Josh right there in Minnesota keeping the flame alive. It's stories like this that remind us why we bleed purple, because fandom isn't just about the wins. It's about the legacy you build, one heart-pounding game at a time. Who's got a family Viking tradition that rivals this? Drop it in the comments below. But hold up, Vikings faithful. This farm girl passion was about to explode into something legendary, and her kids were plotting in secret to make it happen. Imagine the whispers, the sneaky texts, the barely contained excitement as Josh teamed up with Leanne's bestie, Teresa Foss, to pull off the surprise of a lifetime. They knew Leanne's heart, knew how she dreamed of this moment, and they were ready to deliver. Teaser alert. What happens when Victor the Viking crashes a routine physical therapy session? You won't believe the goosebumps. Let's charge ahead. Leanne Adkins steps into the Viking Lakes location of Twin Cities Orthopedics on what she thinks is just another day of knee rehab, post-surgery strengthening, nothing fancy, right? She's a fighter, this one. Retired early to pour her energy into giving back, but still battling through physical therapy like a Viking lineman powering through the line. The air smells like fresh turf and determination as she walks in, her mind on reps and recovery, totally clueless that her world is about to flip upside down in the purplest way possible. Then, bam, her eyes lock on this mysterious easel, a canvas staring back with her name splashed bold above her smiling photo, and a cheeky left-pointing arrow underneath like it's daring her to follow. Heart racing a bit now, she inches forward, curiosity buzzing like pre-game jitters, when suddenly, thud, thud, thud. Those iconic heavy boots echo down the hall. Victor the Viking, all 6 foot something of furry fury, stomping toward her with that mischievous grin under the mask. The surprise is unfolding like a slow-motion sideline pass, building tension you could cut with a goalpost. Josh and Teresa burst in right behind, grins wider than US Bank Stadium on game day, helping Victor rumble out the big reveal. They hand over these massive, oversized tickets gleaming with Super Bowl 60 artwork, the ultimate prize for the 2025 Vikings Fan of the Year. Leanne's jaw drops. She's flabbergasted, tears welling up as the reality sinks in. In that instant, a lifetime of fandom crystallizes into pure, electric joy. Fans, can you feel it? That rush? Tell me, what's the wildest surprise you've ever gotten as a Vikings supporter? Rewind a couple years, and this whole epic tale sparked from a casual chat over coffee, Leanne spilling her deepest Viking wish to Teresa. If I could snag Fan of the Year or hit the Super Bowl, that'd be my ultimate dream. Teresa, the ultimate wingwoman and fellow purple diehard, didn't just nod. She locked eyes and fired back, well, Let's make that dream roar to life. It was the spark that ignited everything, turning an offhand hope into a nomination frenzy. Because when true fans team up, magic happens on and off the field. Turns out, Teresa wasn't alone in seeing Leanne's Purple Heart. She was one of multiple fans who nominated her, flooding the ballots with stories of her unbreakable spirit. Now, get this. Leanne's up for the league-wide vote, battling fans from all 32 teams in this ultimate showdown of loyalty. Head over to the link in the description to cast your vote, because if anyone deserves to rep the Vikings on that national stage, it's her. We've got stats to back it. Leanne's been a season ticket member since 2013. That's over a decade of tailgates, chants, and cold weather warriors through the Metrodome's last gasp and those brutal outdoor seasons at the University of Minnesota. Teresa nails it perfectly. If you know Leanne, you know she's a Viking fan, period, first and foremost. She's exactly who I'd picture for Fan of the Year. And it's not just talk. Leanne's woven Vikings love into her family's DNA, dragging the crew to away games like a general leading the charge, turning every road trip into a badge of honor. They've hit 16 stadiums so far, with the Giants game in December pushing it to 17 of 30. That's commitment, folks, ticking off the bucket list one purple invasion at a time. What's your favorite away stadium conquest? Hit the comments. Let's swap war stories. Leanne's fandom isn't just cheers from the stands. It's a full-on legacy, especially shining through her journey as a single mom turning tough times into triumphs. Raising Jenica, Tessa, and Josh solo, she didn't just survive. She thrived, channeling that same grit into helping other single moms via the Jeremiah program, lifting them up like a safety net on a deep pass. And get this, she founded LARK, Ladies Acts of Random Kindness, right here in Eagan, rallying 12 powerhouse women each month to pool $20 and blast it to local charities. That's over $2,400 a year fueling good in our community. All because one Viking fan decided to pay it forward. I'm just incredibly honored to rep the purple, Leanne says, her voice cracking with that raw emotion we all feel after a game-winning field goal. I bleed purple, but it's bigger than game days. It's about giving back, the community service that fires me up. Retired early to dive headfirst into this, she's turned her passion into action, proving that true fans don't just wear the colors, they live them. In a league full of flash, Leanne's the steady heartbeat, the reason why Vikings Nation feels like family. How has fandom inspired you to give back? Share your stories. I'm reading every one. From the Metrodome's final roar in 2013 to shivering through those infamous 2014 to 15 outdoor seasons at TCF Bank Stadium, where wind chills hit -20 and fans like Leanne bundled up like warriors in the snow. She's been there, unyielding. Then came the grand opening of US Bank Stadium in 2016. A purple palace she helped christen with cheers that echoed for miles. Over 12 seasons, that's hundreds of games, tailgates in the rain, and skull chants that could wake the Norse gods. Pure dedication, clocking in at an estimated 150-plus home games strong. But Leanne didn't stop at home field heroics. She turned road games into family quests, committing to at least one away battle per season with the kids, extended crew, and friends in tow. It's not just travel, it's adventure. Scouting NFL stadiums like explorers on a Viking longship, crossing off destinations with high fives and highlights. By season's end, they'll hit 17 of 30, from the roar of Soldier Field to the sunshine of SoFi, each one a chapter in their purple saga. Imagine the stories. Jet lag, jersey swaps, and that unbeatable rush of repping Minnesota on enemy turf. And oh man, that recent upset in Detroit during Week 9? Leanne and the squad were right there, the lone purple dots in a sea of Honolulu blue, tailgating with Lions fans who turned out to be the salt of the earth hosts, sharing grills and good vibes despite the rivalry. The people there were amazing, she recalls, proving that away games aren't just wins, they're bridges. With the Giants clash looming in December, they're geared up to notch another stadium, keeping the bucket list alive. The future isn't guaranteed, Leanne says, so let's keep ticking him off. Who's with me? What's next on your Vikings travel wish list? Leanne's son Josh paints the perfect picture of his mom's game day vibe. Loud, energetic, sometimes off the handle a bit, but always in the nicest ways. You know the type, The fan who erupts on 3rd and long, pumps fists on every first down, and turns strangers into friends with her infectious roar. It's that raw, unfiltered passion that makes US Bank Stadium feel alive. The kind that echoes Fran Tarkenton's scrambles or Randy Moss's deep bombs, fueling the crowd through every nail-biter. But here's the magic Josh spots. Whether you're a home fan or away, Mom can really enjoy the game with you. She's the great unifier, chatting up Bears fans in the stands or bonding with Packers haters over shared hatred, rivalry. No silos, just pure football joy, turning potential beef into beer toasts. In a divided world, Leanne's the reminder that Vikings fandom unites us, one high five at a time. Fans, paint me your wildest game day mom moment. Did she go viral for a chant? Let's celebrate these purple legends in the comments. This honor, it's spotlighting not just Leanne's cheers, but her massive heart. The way she's poured single mom wisdom into Lark and Jeremiah program, empowering families like hers once was. Each monthly meetup, those $20 drops add up to real change. Food drives, youth programs, community lifts that mirror the Vikings' own foundation work. I've tried to give back as much as I possibly could, she humbly shares, but we know it's way more. It's leading by example, showing her kids and ours that fandom means action. And tying it to the team, Leanne's story echoes the Vikings' ethos. Resilience, like weathering those TCF winters. Community, like the stadium bricks she dedicated to her dad Hank, engraved with Bud Grant's words on leadership. She's visited 16 stadiums and counting, each trip a lesson in adventure for Josh, Jenica, and Tessa. As she eyes that 17th in New York, it's clear. This fan of the year isn't just repping us. She's elevating us. What community cause has your Vikings love sparked? Spill it. Together, we're unstoppable. Now, the votes are in play. Leanne's nominated. But the league-wide contest needs our muscle to crown her queen. Fans across the NFL are rallying for their reps, but we've got the edge. That Minnesota nice mixed with purple fire. Head to Vikings.com right now, link below, and vote early, vote often, because one click could land her at Super Bowl 60, screaming skull in the stands. Imagine it. Confetti falling, her kids beaming, the whole nation toasting our fan. We've backed her through 12 seasons of ups and downs. This is our chance to roar her to victory. Stats don't lie, Leanne's endured it all. The Metrodome's echo, TCF's freezes, where attendance dipped but her spirit soared, and US Bank's triumphs, with over 90% season ticket renewal rates in her era. Her road game tally? A bucket list beast, outpacing casual fans by miles. But this vote? Its emotional firepower. Teresa's nomination highlighted her Lark impact, touching hundreds locally. Vikings Nation, are we letting Philly or KC steal this? No way, vote now and let's make history. Thrill of the surprise still fresh. Those oversized tickets in hand, Victor's boots thumping like a heartbeat, Josh and Teresa's grins lighting the room. Leanne's processing it all, a whirlwind of flabbergasted joy. It's the payoff to years of quiet dedication. Farm Sundays evolving into stadium sojourns, single mom hurdles into charity charges. Super Bowl 60 awaits, 2 seats to glory. But it's the recognition that hits hardest. Proof her purple pulse resonates beyond the 50-yard line. As she eyes that trip, it's family first. Plotting who joins the Super Bowl adventure, maybe ticking off another stadium en route. Leanne's not dreaming small. She's living large, inspiring us to chase our own Viking highs. From P's to the pros, her story's a playbook for passion. What's your take? Does Leanne embody the perfect fan? Sound off below. Your voice amps this up. All right, Vikings Warriors, we've journeyed from dairy farm dreams to Super Bowl schemes with Leanne Adkins, our 2025 Fan of the Year nominee who's got more heart than a Justin Jefferson highlight reel. This purple powerhouse reminds us why we love this team. The grit, the give back, the unbreakable bonds. Vote for her today at Vikings.com. Make her Super Bowl scream official. Skol forever, fam. If this fired you up, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments. What's Leanne's best trait? Subscribe for more Vikings news hot takes, and share this with your tailgate crew. Who's ready to bleed purple together? Let's go, Minnesota. Next stop, glory.